Here we go. All right, we're recording. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Paul Sadek. I'm the chairman for the Board of Library Trustees. We're opening tonight's Library Trustee meeting by Zoom. And with that, I must read the following. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 18, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Freetown Board of Library Trustees will be conducted by remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public can be found on the Town of Freetown's website, freetownmass.gov. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted tonight. We will be posting on the town's YouTube channel an audio and video recording as soon as possible after this meeting is over. Usually it takes a day to get it posted on the YouTube website, and then everybody can see what went on at tonight's meeting. With that said, we have a guest tonight, our new town administrator, Pete. He is here, and we'll go around and we'll let Beverly take the roll call. How's that?
Okay, I'll do the roll call. We have Irene Ashley, Christine Paiva, Linda Fornia, Lucille Rosa, Paul Sadek, Nicole DeVignan, the library director, Peter Jankowski, the town administrator, and Beverly Sadek. All present.
Hi, Peter.
We're here.
And Peter, just so you know, Beverly is not my wife. That's my sister-in-law.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you want to address the trustees first before we really get rolling, or you want to listen to some of the stuff we do first?
Whatever you want me to do, boss. I'm okay.
Okay.
I can listen.
We'll start anyway. The first thing on the agenda tonight is review the payroll data that everybody received. You notice we have a new format that fits on one page.
I tried my best.
You did, and you did it right.
And then Linda had pointed out, I forgot the total for the bill, so I added that and sent it along if anybody, I just forgot. So it's on there now, the new
Linda
version.
caught you on that?
Yeah, I
Oh,
totally
Linda.
like, you know, my mind's not been in the right place. So, so
Well,
yeah.
I was comparing it to last week so I could, figure it out. And then I ended up having a question because the December one, the payroll total is wrong.
Okay.
The formula is missing a couple of
good.
the December one that we already approved. But anyway.
I can go back and fix it.
Okay. And
Anything wrong on this one?
Not that I could tell. But I just have a question for my own curiosity's sake. How is the holidays paid?
What?
The holidays hours. Just curious because you both have different amounts, but you both work the same amount of hours.
Yeah, so it's that was because of the day was I think we get out at 1 or whatever. It was like I think New Year's Eve. So like I don't work until that time. So she gets paid extra for certain days because she wasn't working. You know, does that make sense? Like I think she had more. I don't have it in front of me, but so like that Thursday she works in the morning. So then she gets like she works and then she has the rest of the day paid holiday. So and I don't work till that time. So I have the whole day off technically. And it's only because she works later, and that's those certain days we get out at 1 o'clock. And that's the only day that is those half days are the only days that are like that.
Goes based on Linda. It goes based on the tour for the particular day. And if
so for instance, like, yeah. But Brittany scheduled say like 8 to 3 or whatever. So she only gets paid holiday for those 2 last hours of the day, where I don't work until 1 o'clock. So I get paid for the Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I'm just curious, like, so it's not, you don't get 8 hours of holiday pay. If you work on that day, you only get to make the difference for the 8 hours.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that's very unusual. It's really only those, it's Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve that really only ever happens.
Oh, okay.
So usually it's we both usually have the whole day off, but those days we only work till, like I said, I don't work at all, and then she works and then goes home.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Anything else on the payroll and the bills? No? All right,
Motion to approve?
We don't need any more.
we don't need,
Oh, we
that.
don't.
They've been,
That's just for you guys.
yeah, that's for us. All right, now we do need a motion because 6 months ago or thereabouts, we had a discussion when Nicole was promoted to the library director. And at that time, she was not able to sign the bills and so forth. I used to go in and countersign the bills. But he said that after 6 months, if all went well, then we'd take a vote to allow her to sign all the bills and to sign any of her employees' payroll. The only one that she can't sign is her payroll, which I'll continue to go in and sign every 2 weeks. I go in there every week anyway to get my wife's books. So does anybody want to put forth a motion to allow her to do this?
I'll make a motion to allow Nicole to sign the bills, the checks or whatever.
Second,
Okay, motion made and seconded to allow Nicole to sign the bills and pass them on to the town accountant. She's the department head, so she's signing the bills. Then it goes through the regular channels of review by the town accountant and so forth. So, that's how it is. So motion made and seconded. All in favor?
aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Okay, I'll say aye also. Beverly, you need to take the roll call.
Yep. Irene,
I approve.
Chris,
I approve.
Linda,
I approve.
Lucille,
I approve.
Paul,
Yes, I approve.
and myself, I approve.
Okay, Nicole.
Thank
get
you.
that taken care of. All right, now.
Really, it takes the burden off you, not you're the
I
one that
know.
had to come all
I
the time.
know. She would chase me down no matter where I was. And it's
Hey,
getting,
I would too if it
pretty
was
soon
my
it's gonna be
pocketbook.
fishing season and if I'm out fishing, I'm not coming in to sign the bills. Anyway, time to review the minutes. Beverly sent out minutes for January 21st and also February 8th. You want to take January 21st to see if anybody has any issues with the minutes? Okay. Well, let's see if we can get both of these approved at the same time. Anybody have any issues with February 8th? Minutes. I guess not. So is there a motion to approve both minutes?
I make a motion to approve both minutes of the two meetings.
Second.
Second? Nobody wants to second the
I
motion?
second.
Oh, okay. All right, motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, here we go.
Take
Irene,
the roll.
Yes, I approve.
Chris,
I approve.
Linda,
Yes.
Lucille,
I approve.
Paul,
I approve.
and I approve my own minutes.
You know what? I think we should
Increase
have
my
Pete wait until after we go over old business, don't you think?
that's
Oh,
what I was
geez.
thinking.
That's a great idea, isn't it? Because then he can hear about some of these old business items that have been sitting here for months. Well, at least 3 months.
So maybe
How's
we
that?
could do that next.
Yeah, we'll do that next. All right. And then we'll get back to Nicole for her library director's report. All right, under old business, we'll take it out of order. Update on the book pickup process at the Hathaway Library, Nicole.
Yeah, it's been fine. 2 weeks, not last Friday, but the Friday before, it was really busy, actually. I had like 10 people pick up there, which has been the most that we've had. So I probably will try to increase it to another one night once our third person starts. But I haven't decided on a day yet for that. So we're gonna wait. But I think I want to open at least one more, because right now we're only open till 5, and people that can't get over there before they like after work. So I probably will open till 7 one day a week, one night again, like we used to be.
Well, we're talking about opening. What is the status on getting
The book drop?
the
You mean
white-
the
no,
book
white-
drop?
No, the white
Oh.
library open with the current
For-
situation we have.
So that Brittany tested negative. So she can go back to work on Monday.
Okay,
That's so-
approved by the town nurse.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
So because she only had to quarantine for a week if she tested negative with no symptoms. So she's good. And then I can return on Tuesday, the 23rd.
Well, that's next week.
So yeah, so I only had to quarantine, as long as I don't have any fever or worsening symptoms, I only have to quarantine for 10 days. So
And Laurie's good with that?
yep, that's what she told me. And that's
Okay.
what when I spoke to the state people, they called me, and that's the date they gave me as well.
Do you have to get another test before you go back?
No, so they say that actually you can test positive for 3 months after your initial, but I guess the contagion period is those days, that 10-day regardless, you're no longer contagious, but you don't have to get a test because it's likely that it will still show positive even if you're not contagious
Okay.
anymore.
As
So
long as she approved that, yeah, all right.
yep, that's
So-
what she told me.
All right.
So we can
That way, Pete's on board with that.
yeah, so that's what Lori told me. So like I said, Brittany, like, it's good to go on Monday, and then I can be back on Tuesday. So I don't know what your thoughts are. Maybe we can start just this next week just doing curbside, or we can go right back to being open. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
you know how they used to have a Scott at A, have a Scott at C. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what my mom said. She's like, you're gonna put like,
I like that
C
idea.
for Corona.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you're okay to be there and go back to work, we should be open as
Yeah.
normal.
So I can, update everybody on Monday. That way Brittany will be there on Monday so she can kind of catch up on everything. And then I can let people know that, we're back in business.
I'll try to let UPS know tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's a game.
Oh, on a side note, Paul, did anybody find the water?
no, I went by there twice. There's no
Oh
water
my
there.
God.
There's no water there.
All right. Well, let me make a note to call them back.
Yes, because if they put it somewhere, it's not in sight.
Yeah. They said they delivered 2 yesterday, so I will have to follow up with them.
There was nothing on the front. There was nothing on the side where the ramp is. And I didn't see anything left in the yard. So
Okay, so either it was stolen or they never dropped it off. So I will follow up.
maybe, it's possible that the driver realized that the place wasn't open and didn't drop it off.
Yeah, but I talked to the lady today and they said that they did. So that's why I'm concerned. So I will have to follow up with that tomorrow.
All right.
Wait a minute, I'll check my front porch. Because anybody and everybody drops off their stuff on the front porch here, despite the big pink sign that says, please do not leave any deliveries on the front
Well,
porch.
and I don't know, like, did they put it at the church by accident? Like, I don't know. Like,
Oh, I can go by and check that tomorrow for you if you want.
yeah, just because I don't, I
Yeah,
don't want to pay for this
I'll go
water for.
Tomorrow, yep, okay,
And if it was a new driver, he might, might not realize. So
sure.
I know
okay,
Beverly's husband, my brother Jim, has been going by picking up
yeah.
packages that were left there. And
There's
bringing
been
them to
nothing there. He went by twice
Yeah.
yesterday and there was
Beth.
nothing.
Yeah, and I went by twice. So
Yeah, I like opened my planner last night and then I was like, oh, there's supposed to be a water delivery and they're not supposed to leave it. So that's why but she said the driver did. So I'll follow up with that after
Yeah, I find it hard to believe that they would leave water
in the winter.
unattended. Okay.
So yeah, I'll follow up about that.
All right. How about the hotspot?
Okay, so we're gonna open on Tuesday, right? Like next week,
Right.
regular, right? Is what we
Yeah.
decided.
Yep,
Next week is payroll.
Yes, so you'll have to be there.
I don't
on
have to wear
okay.
that. I don't have to wear one of those white uniforms to come in, all covered up with the. No.
Nope,
good.
I should be good to go.
All right.
Although my mom did buy me a face shield, so.
She's good.
Tuesday. So I know last week we talked about just updating the language for the hotspot policy. I forgot to send it to you guys. I apologize. So the only thing I added was that we wanted clarification on the lost terminology. So I just put that if the hotspot is not returned within 14 days, it will be considered lost. If lost or damaged, the patron will be responsible for a $100 replacement fee.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I mean,
Like the library book, right?
you know, it happens, but so we just have to approve the policy before we can
Brent,
start
you're gonna put
lending.
something in there about, do not put it in the book drop.
Yes, I also added that at the top, I believe. Sorry, I've been so discombobulated.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I will make sure to add it and then I'll send it to you guys. We can approve it next month if that's fine with you guys. I apologize for not totally
No problem.
out of my head. So I'll make sure to add that.
you already have it in there that they
Do I?
returned in person to the circulation desk.
But
Okay.
we're gonna clarify that not to put it in the book drop.
The book drop, right?
Okay. So I'll update it and send you guys the updated one, and so we can approve it for next month. So, but once that's in, we can start circulating. Brittany has them all set up, and I have cases for them. So once we get that approved next month, we can start advertising and lending them out.
All right. Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Let's talk about the carpet replacement project at the White Library. Nicole,
Yep,
this is
so-
your chance to fill Peter in.
He signed my purchase order. So we're
Oh, he
all
already
set.
wrote. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yep. So it's I submitted everything. Well, I have to drop the stuff off to Kim on Tuesday, but everything, all my paperwork's in order, and they have ordered the carpet tiles. So it'll take a few weeks, and then once they come in, we'll figure out a week to do the installation. So again, I won't really know what the plan is exactly until we have the date, because we have to see about where we're going to store the books and everything.
Chris has got something to add to that, I think.
I do. I spoke to Donald Gurney, who is the head of the trustees at the church. And he said to give him a heads up before, as soon as you know, so that he can let the rest of the board know, and that the books could go over in the church just across the street and stay there until the carpet is down. I told him it probably would not be any longer than 2 weeks at the most.
Yeah. So Morency said it takes them about 3 days to do their job. So
Okay, all right, sure.
I would say not more than a week, depending on who we can recruit to help us move the books.
Okay.
So if anybody has one of those flatbread rollies that we can borrow to move them
Well,
across.
maybe
the street.
the town could help us out on that.
Oh,
That
God.
would be a
Yeah,
good,
maybe. I mean,
You know, I mean, we are a town department.
Really?
I
Are
don't-
you sure?
Hey, Chris, the books are gonna go, not in the church, they're gonna go in the hall.
in the church hall where we
In the
have the
church hall, yeah.
suppers.
perfect.
So
Yeah.
the last time we met, you weren't sure if you could move them. Do you have to take them all out?
So all the books on the shelves that they have to move have to be out.
And they're gonna move the shelves?
We're paying them to move the shelf. So it's only all the books on the perimeter can stay.
Yeah.
It's just the ones on the floor. So
They all have to be
I will-
out at the same time.
yes. So
That
like I
was-
said,
If we could get the town to help us, because we had talked about doing something previously. I think, Chris, when we were going to be emptying out the Hathaway Library in the attic, we had talked about it. And then the concern was if we started to do that and one of the trustees or one of us got hurt doing it, we're up the creek because we're not covered by the town for it.
We should not do anything at all, the trustees, because we are not covered if we get hurt.
Why don't we try to have a couple of the highway guys help? If you know the
That
date.
would be wonderful. That would be
yeah,
wonderful.
I won't know the exact date till the carpet comes in, but they're willing to work with us on the date. So like we can find out where it works for the church and then what works for the highway guys, and then we can go from
Because
there.
It's not snowing,
we
you
can
know?
pack the books
Yeah.
up in the boxes and that and get that all set, but
Yeah, I figure it'll take us probably a day to pack the books, and then if we could either move them the next day or whatever. Like I said, if we have like a few of those like flatbed dollies, we can just stack the books and kind of bring them right across. Probably be easier. I don't know. Again, if the highway guys have something for that.
I'd have to ask, but I mean, we can reserve a day, Chuck may not be happy, but we'll reserve a day to have the guys come over but you gotta let me know the day, that's all.
Yeah, as soon as I kind of have idea.
Chucky's been pretty good with us, with the
Okay.
library.
All right.
Christine,
do you remember what we used at the senior center for the pickup for the boxes and that? Like for the food delivery, when they used to take the boxes out of the truck. They used, I don't know if it was a hand truck or something that they had at the senior center.
yeah, we had a dolly at the senior center and 2 hand trucks. I
So
think
this
Christine has her hand up.
Do you know if there's I know there are a couple of dollies here, Paul, but I didn't know if there's one of those hand trucks that Brad had. I'm not sure. If you wanted to take a peek, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have one little like handheld dolly at the library as well. So at
The
least
thing is, we could, to get into the hall, we can use the ramp, right? Just roll the stuff up the ramp?
Oh, yeah,
Just or
sure.
no?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
sorry, that's good. That makes it real easy.
Yeah.
And I think Linda wanted to say something. I saw her hand up.
No, she answered the question. Thank you.
But yeah, so I'm gonna start collecting boxes probably over the next few weeks so that we have enough. I'm probably just gonna get liquor boxes probably because they're pretty sturdy.
Well,
So-
Banana boxes.
Yeah,
What
it's the
Linda was
problem.
talking
Sometimes
about.
books are just really heavy, so I don't know if the banana boxes will be strong enough.
No, they're heavy, they're strong.
They're heavy.
They're
But-
strong.
Yeah,
Well,
so
Beverly, weren't you talking about the boxes that we used to bring the food in?
right, but I don't know where they can get those boxes.
Well, those were always returned. Every time you went up to pick up the next load of food, we had to take those boxes back.
Right.
Those fold open and so forth, but for books, they're not gonna be strong enough. The bottom will fall right out.
yeah, that's why I was thinking like liquor boxes will probably be pretty sturdy. And then I have obviously some book boxes from the books I've ordered, but at least I know I can have an endless supply of, if I hit up a few different liquor stores, I know I can get a good amount of boxes. So
This sounds like she's got a connection with liquor stores.
It does. It does.
hey, they're always giving away boxes. I've had to move a few people, so I've used them. So like I said, once I kind of know, once I hear from Morency, once the stuff come in, then we can kind of coordinate a week that we'll do all this. So I anticipate not at least till probably the end of March, but I'm not, again, I don't know for sure.
Anybody else got any questions on this? All right. Now, the next thing is update on the mice and squirrel problem at the James White Library. Now, I had talked with Rick Kendrick, who is one of the trustees of the building. I talked to him a couple of times. I invited him to the meeting. I know Rick has been going to the library almost every day, and he set up a bunch of mice traps or mouse traps. And so far, they haven't caught any mice. However, I don't know.
Wait, excuse me. Did you say they haven't caught any yet?
Yes, they have not. In fact, I ran into Rick's wife the other day at the gas station, and we were talking about it, and she says, all the traps they got up there, they haven't caught one yet. So, you know, there's definitely scratching up in the ceiling, unless Nicole and Brittany are hearing things, but it could be squirrels. And I know they haven't done anything up at the top. I was hoping that Rick would get on tonight, but I guess he's tied up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the noise is definitely sounds like a bigger animal than a mouse. I mean, there's definitely mice up there as well, but I think the bigger problem is the squirrel, just because they can be so destructive. So I don't know. I mean, I know Rick doesn't want to pay for everything, but I don't know if we can come to some sort of agreement to maybe just deal with the roof line squirrel, wherever the squirrel's getting in. I don't know, but
well, it's his building. Why doesn't he want to pay for it?
We don't.
I mean, it's expensive. I mean, it's, you know, I don't have it in front of me, but it was what, like $1,700. Yeah.
On the quote
for everything.
That the town building inspector had a company come out, and we all got a copy of that.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was $1,700 total for them to come out and try to mitigate that. Now, certainly the building trustees don't want to pay that money, and that's why Rick has come out on his own as a building trustee to take some action to try to get rid of these animals. I know he sealed up some of the holes that were shown in those pictures, but Peter, I don't know if you're aware, but you know, we don't own that building.
I know that, I heard.
Yeah, and so the town can't expend any money on the building. So like, we're gonna put new carpet in. Of course, the trustees say they're not gonna do it. And I say the trustees, the building trustees, we're not putting in the carpet, right? So we're gonna take the money from a trust fund that was left for the library. There's 17,000 in the trust fund. The carpet project is gonna be $8,000, and there was something else that we've already taken out, right?
The plumber.
The plumber that we have to maintain. We had problems, so that was another. I think it was pretty close to $1,000. It might have been more.
$750.
742.
742.
Thank you.
So we're running that one trust fund down to nothing. When we get to nothing, what do? That's why it's very important that the town pursue a new library. This has been going on. I've been in town 46 years. This has been going on for longer than that. So it is what it is.
I know the selectmen have that study that's due at the end of March, so.
Yeah, the one about the building?
Yeah, COA and library.
Right.
Yeah.
See, my issue, getting back to the squirrel and that, is that this has to do with the physical building. It's not, we're putting a carpet in because we want to put the carpet in, so we're paying for that. But this has to do with the physical building. This is their building, and they're responsible for their building. So they should, be responsible for, because unless they find out where the squirrel's coming in and take care of those trees that are right next to it, those squirrels are going to be coming in every day. You know, and we shouldn't have to pay for that.
Can we get into the attic?
There's like a hole that if you get a ladder, you can get up there.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's right.
Because I own a 3-family in Fall River, and at one point in time, we had squirrels in the attic. And the way we figured it out was, besides hearing them run around, we went up into the attic and we could see where they had gnawed a hole at the roof line, and they were getting in and out from that hole. And once we plugged up that hole. Well, I think we used something like a willow type texture. They stopped coming in and we didn't have the problem anymore. Because they go out during the daytime. They're usually there at nighttime when it gets dark outside.
Somebody was telling me just the other day that if you had a company come out, they would put in one-way doors. So anything in there that is passing through, like a squirrel or whatever, once it goes out during the day, it can't get back in into that.
That is on this quote.
That was on that quote too, wasn't it?
Yeah, something on the,
But I had a question on this quote because they put about the roof, but then they put, our quote will focus on foundation level sealing and trapping. But if you like a complete top to bottom seal up, let me know and I can adjust this. But then they put about the roof, so I was confused.
Well, it didn't sound to me, it sounded that they were going to only deal with the openings at the bottom of the building. And they were.
And on the second page, they have,
the
for
exclusion roof.
$850, they got the roof.
That would have been, I think that's going to be additional.
Well, no, that's the total $1,795.
Yeah, that's
On the
included.
roof.
So I don't know, because on the first page, it says it's not the roof, but then on the second page, it says the roof. So Nicole, did they talk to you about this or Jeff?
Jeff just handed me this quote. I have not talked to the company at all. I don't, I wasn't even there when they came and inspected, so I don't really know
I don't think
anymore.
A company
think
that
it's
the
our
town
responsibility.
uses, or is this I'm sorry, is this the
I
company that the town uses, or is it just a company? Do we
it's the
have it?
company that the building inspector brought over to look at it.
Oh, the building.
Yeah. But
So
I don't think it's our responsibility to deal with this.
No, that's my whole thing. I don't think it's our responsibility.
Okay, then I guess we just leave it until they fix it.
Oh, until something happens.
Yeah,
Well, I have to get a rabies shot when I'm bit by the squirrel.
yeah.
When you get bit by the squirrel, we'll have to shut down the library. That's what we'll do. I mean, this is.
I
like-
mean,
Maybe we can
you
get
know,
a
he's
couple
only-
cats.
Well, that's what I said, but if it's a squirrel, like squirrels are mean. I don't know if cats, like if it was just mice, I feel like that's easier to deal with.
My cats get squirrels,
I just,
but you can't have my cats.
just borrow them. But, like how long until the squirrel chews his way into the main library, not just the roof and the attic, like.
We had that a few years ago.
Because yeah, we had mice.
Were you working? No, we had a squirrel. Remember a couple of
It was
years back,
before my time.
Before your time, that they had gone
Yes.
through the ceiling.
That was just 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Huh?
so Brittany was there for
What
that.
happened then? Nobody did anything then?
They had sealed some holes in the ceiling.
We-
Um,
Yeah, the building trustees fixed the holes in the ceiling, and we paid for a exterminator to come in and put traps. That's when Dorothy was the library director. That had to be a couple, maybe 3 years ago, right? Irene, you remember that?
It was about 3 years. Yeah.
About 3 years ago, right?
so that, I don't know. It's like, and is the ceiling going to start being compromised from, these squirrels running around on?
And what about if they come down and eat the rug after that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
or
a new rug.
or any of my computer wires, or
Yeah, right.
They haven't done it yet, though.
Yeah, and I
think
mean, we don't have much evidence of mice on the main, like in the main library. It's really just what you can hear and then what you've seen on the pictures from up in the attic. But, I worry that eventually they'll pop right through the ceiling and come down and have a party. So and at that point, it's not just a,
You guys are very careful with food too. You don't bring.
I mean, we don't
They get
really
everything
leave
out.
food out. And then, like I said, there's not very much evidence on the main floor of mice, and that's probably why he hasn't caught any, because we don't really have them in that main part. I think they're mostly just getting in the attic.
Mhm.
So, but again, like I said, how long until they get through the ceiling?
If
You
you
know.
want to go back 40 years or so, when, or even 50 when the library was built, they put a policy in that there was to be no food in the library for that simple reason, because of mice and squirrels. And over the years, we've just kind of not paid any attention to it, because it's kind of hard to sit there the amount of time that you're there without a cup of coffee.
Yeah, like,
But that was the original rules, that there was no, for that one reason, to keep the squirrels and mice out.
Go ahead, Linda.
What about proposing to those building trustees, they pay half and we pay half, so that she can get it fixed?
What do you think, Peter?
I don't know your finances well enough, but it sounds like a solution, but.
Well,
you
it's
know,
a fund that, my understanding, can only be used on that building. It can't be used for anything else.
Then it makes sense then. Yeah.
But what happens when we run out of the money? I mean, we're only talking about, right now, we're gonna be down to about $8,000. What happens when we run out of that money? We're done.
You
Can't-
fundraise at all?
Where does that money come from anyway, originally?
Trust.
it was originally given, I think, I don't know if by the trust or by one of the members of the trust. I have notes about it back when it first.
It's a trust fund. It was bequested to the
It
town.
was Philip,
Yeah,
Philip Terrian.
it's called Therian. Yeah, Therian. So I don't know exactly what
I don't
year.
think he was ever a trustee, but he was a great friend of the library. He was single and very intelligent.
Yeah, and that's how we've and I think the ramp, that's how the ramp was built
I think
originally,
so,
was from
yeah.
the Therian. But, like Paul said, when you run out of money and then have, another plumbing issue or something, then what, do we just have to, live with it? Like, I don't know,
I'm just looking at it from a financial point here. And it's not the responsibility of the trustees to do fundraising. We are a town department.
But you're in an odd position. You don't own the building, right? At all.
Town is in an odd position, yes. The town is in an odd position. We do own a library in Asona across from the town hall. That library doesn't have running water or a bathroom.
Yeah, we suggested a bucket. Well, I remember.
There you
So
go.
how come? So it's like if a road doesn't. Some roads we own and some roads are public easements. And if it's a public easement, we can spend money to repair and fix it. The building is different in that aspect?
According to what I've understood from the town accountant, it is different.
Well, maybe we can ask Mark at Copeland and Page, get an opinion, a real opinion. If we treat it like an easement, like you're using it and you have normal wear and tear, and you could argue that's normal wear and tear. It's not structural, right? So you could probably spend, you could probably spend some town funds on that, town building improvement funds.
That's what I would think we could, but it hasn't been that way. Now, I even talked to Rick about, how about, can you donate the building to the town? And the way that the trust for the when the property was bestowed for use by the town, it precludes any sale, even for $1 to the town.
So we'll contact Copeland and Page. I think if it's normal wear and tear, and we have a public use for it, like a public easement, we should maybe able to, I don't know what the town accountant and what her decision is on that, but we'll talk to legal. And if the legal says we can do it, then we'll put some maybe building improvement money, because in the long run, $1,800 is not a huge amount of money, but.
Oh.
But I'd rather catch it earlier, because if you let the animals in and over time, it's just, I like the idea of approaching the building committee about splitting it with it's the building committee's the church, I assume, right?
No.
No, it's someone else.
It's a
private.
separate. It's a separate.
Or a private thing.
trust.
Well, they wanted to spend half and we can spend half, or they spend, something that helps relieve. But I'll ask, we can send that over to Mark at Copeland and Page and get a true and that will let us know one way or the other.
Are you gonna do that? Will you do that?
Yeah, we'll ask Tim to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, check with Kim because she'll give you the facts as far as why we can't spend money on it.
Oh, yeah, no, she's talking about the public-private separation. I understand that.
Yeah, okay.
There's loopholes, and one of them is public easement aspect. I don't know if she considers that. And even though it's privately held, but the town has a right to use it and the public can come in and do whatever, usually normal wear and tear is allowed to be spent. So you could argue the squirrels and the mice are normal wear and tear, you know, it's not structural, you know, so you could argue that. And you could spend those funds, but I'd rather get it from the town attorney to get their take on it. I mean, this is not a novel idea. It's been around for a while, so.
Right. And this will all get solved if we end up with a new building. Linda has her hand up.
I was just wondering if we should also clarify that they're gonna do this quote. If, I don't know if Nicole can contact them or Jeff to say, are they doing the roof? Because part of it says yes and the other part says it doesn't. And that's the way I interpret it, but you guys read it differently.
Well, I mean, I think that has to go through, isn't, the building inspector was the one that,
Yeah, Jeff would have to.
yeah, he has to do it the way I understand the
clarify.
rule.
Yeah.
He has to make that
But
decision. Then
I
it
can
goes to the town
try-
administrator.
I mean, if
so
you
we-
folks want it done, he's not gonna question that. He's more about method more than approval, you know? That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like wanting clarification about,
To make sure they're gonna do it all, because you don't wanna pay all this money and they're not gonna do the roof, and then next year you're gonna have the same problem.
So maybe Nicole can get it clarified to make sure, see what everyone's doing.
yeah, I can email or I can try to touch base with Jeff tomorrow if I can try to catch him before. It's a short day, so I can try to catch him.
Tomorrow's a short-
It depends on the snow if he's gonna be coming in, that's all I'm saying. You know?
Oh, that's true.
'Cause
All right,
he's
well,
gonna be
yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, it waits till I'm back on Tuesday.
One of the things, once we get this all taken care of and it's done, can we have a yearly inspection by an exterminator? So that
Probably would be beneficial.
we have it, we can keep on top of this.
That we should probably be able to pay out of our budget.
I would think so.
Right, but if we keep up with it, because after we had it fixed a couple of years ago, it was every so many months they came back for a short period of time. And then I don't know what happened, I guess.
Yeah, and I know this quote, I think, has a 1-year warranty as well, so I don't know if
that we
they
paid
will.
for. There's a price attached to that.
So I don't know if that will include having them come check, a few months from now or,
Oh, no, they do have, yeah, the 1-year warranty, yeah.
I don't know if that warranty means like what they did is gonna last for a year. I don't.
Again,
think
I can
can
try to
come
get-
back and Look,
when I talk to Jeff, I can kind of see if he can get clarification on some aspects of that.
Right.
because I think we should do everything so that we don't have to do it again.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know if that, I don't know who mentioned about the tree, it extends to dealing with like some of the trees near
trees are
the roof
close.
line. If that's like, helping them get in,
Probably is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When I had that problem back in Fall River, there were trees that were tall and the squirrels were jumping from the trees into the house. That's how they were getting up there. It wasn't that they were climbing up the side. So once we plugged up the hole and cut down the trees, that took care of it.
Right.
Okay.
is the trees, is that like all that land's is owned by the trust too, or is that? Yes,
Yeah, my understanding is that property is owned by the trust,
okay.
including, and this, isn't it in the back of Park?
Yeah, it's
Yes, there is.
Lawrence Park or something.
Yes.
You typically do maintenance on that, so maybe that can just be something that they,
Because that's all part of that trust.
yeah, they came and cleared it last year, so maybe they can. So
I think it was actually the Boy Scouts that cleared it.
no, last year
Oh,
they
no, no. They had
paid
a
a
company come in.
company. last
yeah?
year, past year. I
Okay.
don't know about previous years, but they had several trucks and
They did it when they did the landscaping in the front of the building.
Right.
they did it on a separate occasion, but yes.
Yeah, but that's when, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Have we
So I'll
killed this
follow
one?
up. I'll follow up with Jeff.
All right. We won't take that off the agenda.
No.
How about no movement on the broken handrails at the halfway, right?
Do we skip the water filter, but yes, no water filter as far as I know, and no update on the handrails.
Well, wasn't it the handrail, the walkway and the lighting you were gonna see? send him
Yeah,
an
so the only
email?
one the lighting, he told me that that has to go above. I think he said that Peter might have to deal with that because it's not just he can't just like put lights in. I think he has to like go through some like I said, I emailed him about it on the 26th, but I did follow up with him in person about it, and he did get the email and he's aware of it. So he said he was gonna follow.
No answer.
I'm unaware of it myself, so I'll have to ask.
Yeah,
Is that
so
Jeff too? Yeah.
yeah, I mean he's so I don't know. The only thing I haven't is the walkway because it's been too cold for them to fix that right now anyway.
But if you haven't seen him, he hadn't gotten back to you? When you
No, so the next time I saw, the day I got the quote about the pest control was the day that I was like, oh, did you get my email? And he said, yes, but he never responded to the email. So, but he read it. I mean, but so I haven't, like I said, so I mentioned specifically about the pest control, the railing at the Hathaway, if there was a plan, and then about the lights, more lights at the library. And so he said, he gave me when I followed up with him in person, he gave me the quote for the pest control. He said he knows about the railing and he's trying to get to it. And then he said that he has to follow up with the town administrator about the lights.
We haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's, got a million things on his plate. So
I
You know, I
noticed the longer I stay, the more expensive it is.
yeah, because I mean, some of the lights are simple as just like maybe getting solar lights out front. The only like official light is over the new crosswalk in a Sonnet. There's no street light over that, so that's something that will have to be dealt with by I don't know if that's something that Eversource has to do, but right now there's no light over the crosswalk in a Sonnet, so that's my biggest concern right now. The other lights, would be great, but it's not, I don't think as dangerous as the crosswalk. So that would be my biggest priority, would be the crosswalk light.
That's the
Like I
one
said,
right
it's
up
not-
front here? Is that
Yes,
the one
yep.
right up front?
Yeah.
Yes, and that was just put in this past year, so that's why there's never been a light over a crosswalk there or a light there.
They talked about putting a spotlight from either town hall or from the library or anything?
I think they mentioned it, yes. But again, I don't, if that has to that would probably have to be on the town hall side so that I could be on like a timer or something, because the lights at the Hathaway, we have a light right now just like underneath the front door, but you have to turn that off before you leave. It's not on like a timer or anything. So that's why I just want more lights, because you have to literally turn the light off then leave. So it's just
Yeah,
not.
I haven't looked, but spotlights would be cheaper than having Eversource, because that's.
Yeah, and like I
you
said,
gotta put a
whatever.
pole and it gets expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever. I mean, there's already a pole there. It would just be adding the light, but yes.
I don't know if there's room, that's all.
Yeah, I don't. So if like whatever I don't like the parking lot, if it could just be on the same timer or whatever as the parking lot lights. Like, so we're open till 7. So if they could stay on till like 7:25 or something,
Well, when you get back, remind me, we'll look at that. That's all.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
like I said, the other lights, it could be, I think even something as simple as solar lights outside, you'd have to be there at night to really see, they've seen it at the White, but at the Sonnet Library, we're not open there right now too. So it's not
Yeah, but
at night. So
Peter is in his office. So
Yeah,
I think
so,
he'll see it when he goes out.
Yeah.
yeah. So, like I said, my priority is definitely just the crosswalk, because when I have to go back to my car, I often park in the parking lot at the town hall. So if, just want to be safe. You don't need anybody.
So you're parking illegally at the town hall, okay.
Yes. Well, especially in this time of year, I can't park out front because of the snow. So,
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, so
we'll bypass the written letter to the building department because I guess you contacted them by email.
yeah, emailed
We were
him,
gonna
and like I said,
pen a letter from the trustees, but we'll let it slide and see what happens. Because now
Oh.
Peter's aware.
What was the update on the water filter? I missed that.
The water filter,
Okay.
Kevin just hasn't got up there to do it. I think he
Oh,
got a
hasn't been
filter.
done yet.
He's doing it.
he has the filter. He's waiting for a wrench.
The
or
wrench,
something.
it's the wrench that
Yeah.
he's waiting for, right?
And then I think he
and-
just hasn't been able to come over.
Right, he's
Tell
just
him to
doing it. I
come
mean,
by here. I have a wrench.
it has nothing.
This would be a specific size
That's
and
it.
type.
It has nothing to do with the water department. It's just that I was telling them about it and they said, just get a filter for the library and go up there and put it in. We'll pay for it. The water department will pay for it. So you're not
Tell
you're
him to
not,
come
you're
by
not a
and look in the
water.
garage. There's gotta be a wrench in there somewhere.
No, it's a spanner wrench. It's a special
Yeah.
wrench that has to fit right.
Notches and stuff, yeah.
So yeah, and then obviously, even if he tried to come this past week, obviously no one was there. So
Right. And I don't think he'd want to go near the library this past week.
No,
All right. So listen, we've held Peter long enough. We'll give him the floor.
Yeah, this was good here, just listening, see what's going on, what's happening, issues. So, like I say, I tell everybody, my door is open. People want to come talk to me. I've seen Paul a couple times now, so. But
if you want to do something, Peter, if you want to do something really good,
Yeah,
call me and I'll take you around town and show you what's up.
okay, okay. I'll take you up on it, so.
Okay.
Everybody sees the town a little bit differently, so it's kind of interesting that way. But no, this has been good. It's good to see everybody, meet everyone. I won't remember everyone, but I'm trying.
Can I just say something else?
Absolutely.
I've been watching these selectmen's meetings.
Better
And,
things to watch on TV.
Go easy, will you?
And I'm really surprised at how quick you've jumped in on things. The first one you were like, oh no, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
But already by the second one, you seem to be more comfortable and pleasantly surprised to, find someone that really seems interested.
It's still early yet, but I appreciate it. Thank you. No,
I've been lucky enough to have 2 meetings with Peter. One for the water and one for library, and they've been great meetings. So
yeah, I'm still learning the town, learning the people, and learning what issues are. So hopefully I can help with you some of these here. But like I said, my door's already open. My door's always open. People can come talk to me, and just that's fine. And I try to sort it out. And I only try to burn books once a year. It's National Book Day.
I can't hear that.
Ban
So
Bird
we'll see
Week,
next
right?
year.
All right.
So Peter,
Yes,
one
sir.
of our longstanding members of this board of trustees, right? Long before I was on the board of trustees.
Yeah.
Lucille's retiring this year.
Oh,
She's one of our most astute individuals on this board.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
They
We're gonna
don't
miss
have
you.
your name. I wasn't sure because all they have is Galaxy S10e.
Can you see my image?
I do now. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I remember.
Lucille
No,
Rosa. Lucille
I've
Rhodes.
been retired from, I'm a former librarian myself,
Okay.
and I've been retired since 2013.
Yeah.
But I've been on the Board of Trustees, I think, since 1995 or something like that. So
Oh.
I'm very dedicated to the libraries.
It's time to leave the dark side. I understand. That's okay.
I'm too old.
Hey, Lucille, go
Yes.
easy on this old stuff. We were in high school together.
We were in college together.
Yeah, but didn't you play in the band?
Yeah.
I did too.
Did you
Same
go to
band.
Sting?
Yes, I did. Played
You
clarinet.
did?
Yes.
Huh.
You don't remember?
No.
Apparently you weren't that good, Paul.
I
I'm
guess I
looking,
wasn't that good.
I'm looking you
Well,
up
that's
right
gonna pull
now.
up. No, I didn't graduate from there. I ran out of money. I had to go to New Bedford High.
Yeah, it was expensive. Still is.
All right. Anything else for Peter?
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Meet you.
All right. Are we going to talk about the long range plan by any chance?
Okay, how do I?
I'm not talking.
You're not talking.
No.
Well,
Anything about the long range plan?
I noticed on here that they don't have anything for new business.
We did not put any new business.
You're right. I didn't put new business.
Let me just check. Well, the survey's been out for a few weeks. Let me just check to see. So far we've gotten 82 responses.
Oh, good.
So, like I said, I haven't really had much luck getting paper versions out there. Obviously this, but every time that somebody comes in, I make sure to do it. And I'm going to try to make sure to share it again on the Freetowners page. But I mean, I'm happy that 82 people have responded. I'm trying to get to 100. That's like my goal. So, so I have, like I said, there's paper copies at the library if anybody wants to come grab some and force your friends and family to fill them out.
Yeah, I'd like to grab a handful when I go there on Tuesday.
Yeah, I can print out some extras. So, and like I said, I have the link's been posted on the Facebooks. The town posted it. I posted it on our own Facebook, and then I shared it on the Freetown Helping Freetown and Freetowners. So, so yeah, 82. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised. So we'll probably let it go for at least probably till the next meeting, and then I can kind of start consolidating the results, and we can kind of go from there.
Were you able to hook up with Mrs. Parker regarding that?
No, she never, after we had to cancel our first one, we never got a chance to because the deadline was like really close to when we were trying to meet.
Okay.
So I think for that one, we weren't able to like get in time, but I'm hoping that her and I can connect and just chat about grant writing in general in the
Why don't you
future.
give her a call? You got her number, right? I'm sure she.
No, I've been emailing her. I'll send her an email.
All right, send her an email. Yeah, 'cause I'm sure she'll help out.
And then I signed up for a strategic planning workshop as well. So that will be sometime in March, I think. I don't remember exactly. So.
Now, the library technician's job, that was the selection was approved. I understand.
Yes. Yep. So they approved on Tuesday. Right now I'm just waiting for her. They're waiting for her Corey to come back.
Okay.
So it's not, unless I don't hear back about that, our plan is to meet is for me to bring her maybe to the town hall this next Wednesday, just so she can do whatever she needs to do for paperwork and that stuff. So
Now she's going to give 2 weeks notice.
yes.
So we got to count that in too, right, before she starts.
Yeah. So once I'm going to wait till when I talk to her on Wednesday, I'm going to see. I'm anticipating that her first day will be probably March 8th, because if she does 2 weeks from tomorrow, that'll bring her to February 5th. Is that right? I mean, March 5th. 1, 2. So probably March 8th will be her first day, depending on her getting sorted with her current position. And then, like I said, hope as long as I hear back about her query, I'm gonna have her go by the town, try to meet her at the town hall on Wednesday, so I can bring her to wherever she needs to go.
But you're also, I mean, she going to talk to Tim?
Yeah, so I was just gonna bring her.
Introduce her to Tim and so forth, right?
Yeah, I was gonna bring her over there because she'll have to get sworn in as well.
Down at the town clerk, then she'll have to go get to the treasurer's office for all that.
Yep. So do all her, direct deposit stuff, and then whatever paperwork for Tim.
Tim's in the loop, right, on the query and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah. So I gave him the query
Right.
Friday. I think I sent it to him. So or
Okay.
maybe Monday.
All right.
I forget. I don't even know what day it is.
So he's the guy. He's personnel, so he's good.
Yep. So he has the query and her license, and so we're just waiting for that result. So like I said, I'm hoping by Wednesday I'll know, because she's off on Wednesday, so that's why we're trying to plan for me to bring her over, just because it's kind of confusing that you can't just like walk in the town hall. I don't want to have to make her try to figure out who to buzz to get in. So like I said, I'll probably talk to Tim on Tuesday when I'm there dropping off the stuff, and then like I said, set up a time for her to come by and do all the paperwork and whatnot. So like I said, I think March 8th is the goal date at this time. So
Chris, you had something you wanted to add on the
Well, I was gonna bring it up if there was no business, and if everyone wants to go, that's no problem. I can bring it up next month. That's
no,
not.
bring it up now. I mean, it's no.
Okay, so.
We shouldn't make a decision on what you're gonna bring up.
No. I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah.
That first of all, I've ordered 2 library puzzles, which I'm going to donate to the library. I will order a mat if we need another one. I also have, I'm just trying to put something together, like if you, the person for, I don't know if it's a month or 2 months or 3 months, that takes out the most books, like a little bonus thing. So I have stickers. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're library stickers. And I have a friend that's making like a blanket that you can throw on at night, and it's all to do with library books and things like that. I don't know how you want to use it. I don't know if we can use something like that as a fundraiser, or if we just want to, like I said, for whoever reads the most books, we can have one for children and one for adults. So I'm just throwing that out there with some ideas.
So my general hope is for, usually things like that are for summer reading. So obviously the hope is to kind of do the statewide summer reading program as Tales and Tales, I think, or something like that. It's like a, animal tales and tales like fables.
Oh, okay.
So usually like that sort of like keeping track is something that you can get sent from them, and it's like a little thing for kids. And then there are libraries that do like adult versions of that.
Okay.
So people can like sign up to, and you have like it could be from like July 1st to, or whatever. You have like so many weeks that people have to like read, and then at the end. So obviously that was something I was hoping to do last summer, but we know that didn't happen. So
I mean, this is not like my project. I was just throwing it out there, and I figured
definitely something that
we can work together on it.
It's definitely something I definitely want to do. Like I said, obviously everything got so thrown off.
Of course, I understand that.
So I mean, it'll look a little bit different than obviously like than we probably still would want. usually like in my previous libraries, you usually for the kids, you kind of have like an end of summer reading program, like event where like, you know, that's where they kind of like get the prizes and stuff.
Mhm.
So we won't obviously know if we can do that yet, but I think we can at least kind of have some sort of sign up so people can, kids and adults or whoever can sign up, and we can have kind of different categories and people can win. So usually that's something people start planning around March and April, so we can kind of start, like I said, and now that Alyssa will be starting, you know, I'll have a little bit more flexibility with my time. So I'm hoping to kind of start working on that. So maybe you, Christine, we can have a meeting and kind of talk
Sure.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brainstorm.
Yep,
But
like
yeah,
I
it's
said,
definitely
I
something
don't
I've
really
wanted to
know
do.
anything about it. I just thought about it one day. I was looking for something
Yeah.
and I said, oh, look at this and look at that. And, you know, I've been there when people have been, like Beverly took out one of the puzzles. And
The
that
puzzles
made
have
me,
been so popular. It's
yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
honestly.
that's great. That's great. So as soon as that comes in, you know, I can bring it in. You can do whatever you want with it. And then the other one I thought might be used for one of those other things that was like a gift.
For sure.
you know.
Yeah, and
So,
actually, I have a lot of kids' books and prizes already that
Yep. Mhm.
some of them predate me, and then I've been collecting some good children's books
Yep.
for prizes for summer reading. So
Mhm.
I
Okay.
definitely think that, and then in general, a lot of previous, we've done things like solicited like 5 free ice cream cone, like as prizes
Yep.
from like ice cream shops. So like,
Sure.
you know, it's kind of like soliciting some of those type of donations towards the end, for the end of the year is something that we can totally work on too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's really cool about summer reading. So I definitely want to try to
Okay.
One
do
of the
that for all
things-
ages.
One of the
Yeah.
things that the girls did in New Hampshire at their library, and this wasn't, it went through the whole year. This was before they started school, but New Hampshire did 1,000 books before kindergarten.
Yep.
And they had a sheet of paper, and every time someone read a book to them, they put a little stamp in the little box. And when they reached 100, they would bring that paper in and they could pick a little prize from the library. Like I have a
Nice.
whole
Yep.
bathroom full of rubber duckies right here.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then when they reached the 1,000 books that they had been read, they got a book bag. And that was like, it got the family involved in that too. And it got them
Sure.
picking out books and that went like all year round.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. That's a pretty a common 1,000 books before kindergarten is pretty. They have a lot of like made stuff for that too, so you don't have to do a lot of like the work designing like the worksheets or anything. So it's definitely something again that I'm hoping to kind of, you know, it's just so hard right now because not a lot of kids are even coming in, so it's hard to kind of reach them at this point. But I'm definitely hoping to, you know, start to kind of build on those types of things. So definitely want to try to get there. So hopefully, but yeah, the puzzles have been great. I posted a few, so a few people are hopefully going to donate some more puzzles to us so we can kind of keep them fresh. So hopefully we can get some more of those because they've been really popular so far.
Do you need another one of those mats?
I have
I'm going to bring
one
back the one that I have. The one that I borrowed from the library, it's not really a mat. What it is, it's just felt. It's like a yard of felt. It's not.
Yeah, you don't have to have anything fancy. I have another one that I have a mat, but I don't have the tube. So I've been trying to track down
Oh, I've got two tubes upstairs. Can you see upstairs?
Upstairs.
I'll bring you those two tubes next week.
So yeah, so we don't necessarily, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I mean, we can just you just have to get the straps really and it's just so that you can kind of like hold the pieces. So yeah, we can.
Yep.
Like I said, there hasn't been much need for it yet, but I can always buy it. I mean, I have state aid money. That was the only other thing we did, get recertified. I got the email last week or so. And so the only difference this year is that the state aid payments are going to be like half at a time. So we're getting, I I don't have the exact number, but like 6,000 something soon. And then the other one will come like later in the year. So yay.
Did you
Yeah.
see the
So-
email on the budget?
Yes. And I got the packet from Tim. So I don't know if it would be possible for us to maybe discuss that just because it's my first budget. So I'm a little anxious about it.
We can hook up together some afternoon over at the
Yeah, I
library.
mean, this one's not going to be that complicated since it is just like pretty much level, but there's some money I might want to like move around a little bit just to,
Yeah,
like I said, like we have $200 in postage that I never spend. So Kim made a new line for
calculator.
programming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that way we can kind of, I think, yeah, you saw it. So did anybody else get the budget, or should I send it to everyone, or
I printed it.
you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Get
sure.
it? Everybody else get it?
No,
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 Not
Yeah,
sure.
I got it from, who sent it to me?
Tim.
Tim sent, yeah.
You sent
I don't know
it, didn't you? Didn't you send it?
No, I didn't send it. No, I.
No. Nicole, didn't you send it?
The budget? No, I haven't sent it.
Oh,
to
okay, then
anybody.
that's not what I have then, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
you send it out, Nicole, to everybody so they'll have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously because I wasn't going to be there. Tim emailed me the packet. But if anybody wants it on paper, I can print it out obviously next week if somebody wants it on paper. But it's just the worksheet that they always send out. The only thing we won't know is the union still hasn't like finished their or started. I don't know if they started the negotiation. So the only thing that may change is the salary line. But again, we won't know that till later. So
But what has happened in the past, in the year of negotiations,
Mhm.
you probably use the same rate that they're going to use, except
Yeah.
if somebody was due a step increase, you would use that rate. And then what happens if they're not approved, if the contracts aren't done by the day that we have the the annual town meeting,
Mhm.
they have another a special town meeting in September. to
Okay.
fund everything. So,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, so I think was it March 10th is the
Yeah, I think that's what it said.
so again, I don't know if we should have a meeting with everyone, or I don't know what you guys normally do.
What we should do is just put together the budget, you and I, and then get it to
Send it.
everybody. Okay, and then that can be changed, right? All right.
Yeah, so it's
Gotta get-
Wednesday,
gotta get
March
it in.
10th.
It has to be in by that time, right?
Yes. So we can, Paul, you and I can sit down if you want and just, but I'll send it to everyone so you guys can see it.
See what
I'll
it
forward
is.
it to you after this.
Yep.
So,
It doesn't
yeah,
mean that you
so-
can't change it. In other words, if we
Yeah.
have a meeting and they want to move figures around, then that's easy to do, and
yeah.
we can do
And
that.
I'll double check what we need to, I believe we're already above what we need to hit. So if it's level funded, we should be fine, but I will double check to make sure that we hit our number to make sure that we get certified.
Yeah, they want level funded budget this year, right?
Yes.
Except for
So.
the contractual increases.
Yes.
That's what.
So, like I said, I just want to make sure that we're definitely gonna, because if we're not gonna, if for some reason we don't hit the number that we need to hit, I'll have to apply for a waiver. But like I said, I believe we're above the number we have to hit already, so we should be fine, but I will double check before we meet.
Well, I mean, if the number is high, we just add that to the budget. Because you gotta meet that requirement.
Mhm.
Yes, so like I said, I'm pretty sure that we're above it, but I will, like I said, double check before, just to make sure. But so yeah, we can talk about that more, but I'll send it along.
Yeah, if there's one thing you do not want is to be decertified.
Nope.
That happened once, didn't it, Lucille?
Yes, it did. It did. It was very embarrassing. And I think that the Board of Selectmen have done their part to make sure that it doesn't happen again because of them.
Yeah, so.
Linda, what's going on? You haven't said too much tonight.
Yes, I did. I commented quite a bit.
Anything else, you guys?
I only had
Ladies,
one other
ladies.
quick comment. So I have to work on the annual report, so I just wanted to double check something with you guys. So Beverly's the secretary. Does anybody else have besides Paul? Is there a vice chairman
Yes,
or
yes. Linda.
there is? Okay. So, and
Well,
then.
you know, it's funny that you're saying that because last meeting when we had it at the library, I brought that thing, I think Lucille did it, and had everybody's name and their contact and their email, and I forgot to mention it.
Mine is so old. Mine is from 2016 to 2017.
Yeah, the one I had still had, I'm sorry.
Vinny?
No, it was from last year. Lucille,
Oh.
I think you did it.
I think I've kept kept that current. Do I need to send out another one?
Well,
Yes,
I
because
think
Nicole's not on it.
Okay, all
I
right.
think we should wait until, a new person gets on so that we can add her in there with Brittany's name on there too, in case for
Okay,
some reason we
all
need to
right.
contact them. We can put all their contact information on there too.
Okay,
Because if something comes up and we can't get a hold of Nicole, but we need to get a hold of Brittany, I think we all need to have a way of contacting them, so.
okay.
Okay. Okie dokie. That was my only question. I just wanted to make sure that was right.
All right. Is there anything else? So this is February, we got March. So March is your last meeting, Lucille?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, when are the town elections?
April 6th.
And then the person starts right away?
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know, because I know when you sign the thing, it's for like the fiscal year or something, I thought, but.
No,
April 5th.
April 5th is the town election. It's the first
Yep.
Monday.
The first Monday. They had it wrong in the thing that they sent out from the facts and the dates. They had it
Okay.
wrong in there.
All right, so it's April 5th.
Yep.
All right, that's the first Monday in April. So yes,
Yes.
the next morning, whoever gets elected goes down and gets sworn in. Once they're sworn in, they're official.
Okay.
Mm.
Maybe we can have like a face-to-face meeting next month.
Well, we didn't do it this time because it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be.
Sorry.
It's gonna be. It's all
Listen.
Nicole's fault.
Listen, I'll tell you, I don't want any big shindig. I don't need cake or balloons or anything else like that. So if that's why you're doing a face-to-face, please. I'm not, I don't want that,
I
okay?
just
about
thought
wine?
we'd have a face-to-face so
wine?
we could say goodbye to you.
You want wine, Lucille?
Uh,
So March 18th, is that what we're looking
Is that
at?
the next one, March 18th? Okay.
Yeah, that's the third Thursday.
And I have to, if I can say this, that the other individual that has to run for re-election is running for re-election, thank goodness.
Irene, is that you?
Yes,
That's Irene, yes.
She got her papers in.
yes, I do.
Yay.
Wednesday at noontime.
She couldn't wait. She couldn't cut it much closer.
Well, I had till 5 o'clock.
I know. That was pretty close. All right. Anything else?
No. Excuse
It's
me.
nice to meet Peter. Although I
Yeah,
haven't met him before.
He
seems
seems
so
very nice.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I can't wait to give him a ride.
He doesn't know what he's signed up for.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he
It'll never
doesn't.
be the same after that.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so you guys want to take a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
A second. Look at that. Lucille
Second.
seconded it. All right, motion made and seconded to adjourn. It's like 20 minutes past, 21 minutes past 8. All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Beverly has to do her thing.
Irene,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Lucille,
yes.
Paul,
I don't know. Yes.
and me, yes.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much. So it's March 18th is the next one, right?
Right.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
Nicole?
I'll see you,
good night, everyone.
Paul,
I hope-
see you on Tuesday.
You'll see me on Tuesday. And I won't have to wear that white.
No, you should be, I'm free from my, my
Okay.
purgatory over here on that.
All right. See you later.
I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just keep my dad in your thoughts, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I will.
Yes.
Take care.
All right.
Bye,
Night.
guys.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night.